Yo, what's going on, everybody? So I'm doing a quick little video talking about what we saw in SPY this week and probably get into one of the trades that we took as well. So right now I'm looking at the 30-minute chart, and this is Friday's price action. So we're gonna go ahead and I know there's a lot of lines, but a lot of these levels are for during like on smaller time frames, like the 5-minute chart. This is why it looks a little bit crazy on the bigger time frames, because I don't necessarily use them for bigger time frame. I look at them like at 5-minute charts and 1-minute charts. So that's why there's a lot of levels you guys see. But as you guys can see, SPY has been literally climbing up like the past week, and just been trying to get back into the range where it originally was, around like the 555 range. And as you guys can see, when that little crash happened, we were around 555 range. So that supply zone right there, literally just a whole big move to the downside. And right, we ended up going back to like 514, 515, almost like 510 range. And as you guys can see, in the first couple of days, it was a little bit of a struggle for SPY to get back up. But until we broke that like 530, 531 range, it's been literally making new highs, just been literally going back up, climbing back up, right? So we're gonna go ahead and look at the 5-minute time frame and just talk about like the trend that SPY was making. And we might, who knows, we might see a little bit more of it, or we might see some downside this week. But so I want to show you guys a little bit. When you guys see like these repeated trends, you want to try your best to try and take advantage of it, because they're really good. They're really good trades to take, because it's very low risk and high reward trades. So as you guys can see, I believe it was I think it was on since Tuesday. It was like it was like 4 days consecutively when SPY was literally dipping in the morning and then just dipping under VWAP and then making another high for the day. So as you guys can see, SPY moved up and then literally went back down and dipped under VWAP, which VWAP is this blue line, as you guys see, right? So dipped under VWAP and then literally made a new high of day. And then the same thing happened the next day, which was Wednesday. Dip under VWAP, new high of day. And then on Thursday, this is the trade that we took. We called this out in the Discord. And this went over almost like 150%, which was a pretty good banger that we hit, because we just played that same game plan, right? Because we saw the dip again, dip under VWAP, and then new high day. So, and even Friday as well, you could have played this, right? I wasn't playing SPY at the moment. In the morning, I was looking at IWM, which is a mistake of mine, because I trade didn't end up going well. But I saw an opportunity there, and I wanted to see if I could capitalize off it, and didn't go as planned. So, but on SPY, definitely look, as you guys can see, it ripped up and then dip right under VWAP. Could have literally bought calls around this range, even though it was consolidating. But if you would have held right there, new high day. And this range that it's at right now is a very important range that we're going to be looking at this week, and we want to be careful around this range. And because as you guys can see, we look at the 30-minute, this is when the sell-off happened, right? I already showed you guys the 30-minute, but this range right here is when the sell-off occurred. So I did call out puts from this zone, especially after that 555, and the contracts did overgo like 30%, 20%, but I had another strike price, and I let one run, and as you guys can see, it was just consolidating, and they were like OTD contracts, so they were getting wrecked, and I just took a loss and just exited. I was waiting for literally just a falling knife in the sell-off, because last time when SPY was in that range, it just completely flushed. So I'm going to be looking at shorting this zone again, probably around sometime this week, if there's weakness and rejection around this area. So mainly 555. I want to see another retest in this zone. If it's consolidating, I'm in puts, and I'm all in, guys. So I'm gonna be looking at that, but I want to see a reaction. I want to see confirmation as well. If we see weak volume and consolidating in this level, in this range. I'm definitely going to be looking at shorting it, but I'm ready to play both sides. Now, if we can get above 555, which right here, 555, as you guys can see, if we can get above here and hold, right, and this supply turns into demand, I'm going to be looking at 556.25, and then obviously the 556 range, and then 558, and then my final target is I'm looking at targeting 560.31. So definitely that 560 range. If we get above here and hold above there, and with enough volume, definitely I'm looking at targeting 560 sometime this week. So that 555 is my main key level for this week, and if we're above it, bullish. If we're under it, I'm looking at shorting this. So I want to see if I can probably see two scenarios here that will make me want to short this. Either we stay in this range tomorrow and we consolidate and then we just flush, or we see a dip into 552. So either a bounce here and then we retest and then see new lows, or we even go all the way down to 550 and then get back up to 554 and then, you know, flush as well. So this range right here, I'm looking at it right here. Whether I'll play calls to the upside if we end up dipping down here, that's fine. But if we're in this range, I'm looking at puts. If we're in this range, I'm looking at puts. I'm looking at puts until we get above here. I'm looking at puts if we're around this range. So at least above 553 and 555, this range right here, I'm looking for a move to the downside. All right, if we don't see enough volume here. But if we get above 556, that plan's out the window, and we're talking to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at on SPY this week, guys. Make sure to play it safe, be patient, play your levels, look for confirmations, and manage your risk. And let's get it. See you guys.